Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Tuesday the 9th of September 2025. In today's Mill news, the tickets have sold out. Tickets for Crystal Palace versus Mill in round 3 of the Carabao Cup have sold out. They were sold out today, this morning, probably 15 minutes after they went on sale, I should say. So, yes, that was it. Done. So, I believe today, it may have been today, or may have been tomorrow, but I believe today was the date that it just opened up to all other season ticket holders. So, obviously, when you've got 9,000 of them, and then there's 2,000 tickets, clearly, the math ain't mathing, and the tickets have all sold out. So, there you go. Although one thing to mention, with regards to this game and the Charlton game. So, now they have put restrictions on how they're selling tickets in the home sections. So may, especially for the Charlton, if they don't go down for next season, you may want to get ahead of this. So what you may want to do is go to Crystal Palace's website, go to Charlton's website, log in, open an account, whatever, but don't use your email that you used for your Mill login. Use a different email. Maybe create an email just for that. And don't use it for anything else. It's not connected to anything else. And you're probably going to need to buy one thing on each website. Now you might get away with buying like a ticket to, I don't know if Crystal Palace women play at Selhurst Park. You might be able to get away with buying like one of those tickets so that you have a purchase history. But especially for like Charlton, like I said, if they don't go down this season, we'll be playing them next season. So it might be handy if you want even close to getting a ticket to do what I've just said, so you could get a ticket in the home section, which I believe there may be some Mill fans who have done that, because where have all these extra Charlton fans come from? Don't make no sense. Like when we played them 5 years ago, there wasn't this big of a crowd. I think there's going to be a lot of Mill fans in the home end. So that should be fun. Especially if we lose, that would not be good at all, would it? So we've got this. We got Mill News is back again. So this is from southernnews.co.uk. Alex Neil confirms 2 Mill players are back in training ahead of Charlton Athletic clash this weekend. Early one, remember? Saturday morning. Alex Neil confirms Zach Lovelace, remember him, and Macaulay Langstaff are back in training, but gave no update on the rest of Mill's injured players. The Lions are currently without 8 first-team players, 2 of whom, Lucas Jensen and Danny McNamara, are out with long-term injuries sustained last season. Well, isn't Danny Mac back training? I've seen him doing training. Billy Mitchell, Femi Aziz, Casper Denor, Alfie Doughty and Langstaff all picked up injuries in the opening 4 weeks of the season. Since re-signing for Mill in January, Lovelace has been sidelined after undergoing knee surgery. So he had knee surgery once he came here. After he came here, he had knee surgery. Or he had knee surgery before. He had knee surgery up at Rangers, because he made his debut, and I think it may have even been when he made his debut in that game, he got injured. Like he done his knee, and that was like the massive injury that kept him out. Asked by News at Den if any will be available for this Saturday's trip to the Valley to play South London rivals, Neil said, "I'm not sure as that stands at the moment. We've still got a few sessions between now and the weekend. But those lads, Langstaff and Lovelace, are certainly back in training just now, and they're making good progress, so we'll see how the others are come the end of the week." Neil declined to answer when asked if anyone else had returned to training. Oof. So there you go. Now, someone's left a comment. Will the comment show up? Is it? Glad to hear Lovelace's name. Okay, cool. Now, moving on to this. Talking of injuries, again from the southernnews.co.uk, we certainly have been discussing it. Millwall boss addresses club's growing injury list. Alex Neil said Mill have been discussing how to address the club's mounting injury list. The Lions were without 8 first-team players heading into the international break, although Zach Lovelace and Macaulay Langstaff have returned to training. Alfie Doughty, Casper Denor, Billy Mitchell and Femi Aziz all picked up injuries in the first 4 weeks of the season, while Danny McNamara and Lucas Jensen are out with long-term injuries sustained last season. Deja vu, anyone? Deja vu? Neil was asked about the club's injury list by News at Den earlier today. It's difficult because when you take in each individual injury, they're for a variety of different reasons, so it's not a consistent theme. I think some of them are really unfortunate. I think others sometimes, when you're stretched in certain areas, then some people are doing more minutes than you would probably originally have planned for them, and then that puts them at elevated risk as well. We're always looking at our protocols and how we do things and how we can improve that. It's just a strain, isn't it? Because when we're starting the season where everybody's looking fresh and ready, and then you've got 3 or 4 injuries, particularly in that potential one area, then yeah, you do become stretched. So it's not great. We certainly have been discussing it, and it's an ongoing discussion. So we see where we go. What you want to do is you want to ban them from getting injured. You want to ban it. You say, look, you're banned from getting injured. If you get injured, you're going to get fined. Because that always works, doesn't it? So today there was a game at the Den. It was the under-21s. The under-21s played at the Den. They played Huddersfield Town and they won. They won a game. Way! Millwall under-21s secure the first professional development league win of the season. This is from millwallfc.co.uk, the club's official website. First half goals from Sacha Vieira and Elias Mansour were enough to overcome Huddersfield Town at the Den. A fast start to the match saw the Lions push to find an early lead, with 2 chances in the opening 10 minutes. The first big chance saw AJ Matthews fire a shot towards goal, which was well saved by the Huddersfield goalkeeper, Yelenda Walpole. Is that supposed to be Alexander, or is his name Aleander? Is that a real name? Aleander? I don't know. His strike partner, Frankie Baker, met George Beaumont's cross just minutes later, but the chance was wasted with the ball grazing the crossbar. Huddersfield then had their first chance of the match when Sahil Bashir took a first-time shot inside the area, but Elias Mansour stood tall to block his effort well. A long throw from Amari Marishu caused the Lions some issues, with the ball breaking Jay Smith's way, but his deflected effort was easily gathered by Lindner. The Lions opened the scoring with Derek Mazu Sako's pass into Matthews was poked away by the Huddersfield Town defender, but only as far as Sacha Vieira, who fired the ball into the top corner. And this is the goal here. This is the first goal. We're going to watch it. We're going to replay. Here you go. That's Derek there. And that's Sacha Vieira. Gosh. It's good. Can someone at a club give the lens a little bit of a wipe? It's got some marks on it. It was 2 goals in quick succession for Kevin Nugent's side, and it was Elias Mansour who doubled the lead. Jack Howland's tricky feet on the right allowed him to cross into Mansour, whose overhead kick found the bottom corner to put the Lions 2 goals ahead. Moments before the break, Huddersfield were reduced to 10 men when George Oyependa brought down AJ Matthews on the edge of the area. Yeah, I was going in and out of watching the game on Millwall TV. And I kind of missed the incident, but I thought the goalkeeper got sent off, but no, and I thought it was a penalty and the keeper got sent off, which I think they don't do anymore. It's like double jeopardy. So if they would have given a penalty, it would have been just a yellow card. But they give him a red card and a free kick. So yeah, let's have a look at this. So have to wait for it to finish and then we go again. That's Vieira out to Howland. Howland into the box. Can't touch him. Don't touch him. Flicks it up and Mansour. So obviously you've got 3 Millwall players there on the 6-yard line. Or in the 6-yard box. And then Mansour creeps back. And the guy doesn't go with him. His man marker doesn't go with him. Because he's ball watching. But, fantastic stuff, Told you this week, last week. He flew over to Tajikistan to play for Afghanistan in this, was it Kafa Cup? He played 2 games, was on the bench for the 3rd. And he's come back and he scored a goal for the under-21. So, how's that? Not bad at all. The start of the second period saw Huddersfield Town have their first real chance of the match, forcing Casper Linda into a brilliant save down to his left to keep his side 2 goals ahead. The Lions defended well for the remainder of the match and secured all 3 professional development league points with a solid display. Do we not get the teams anymore? Can you not just if you put the goals up, you can put the graphic that you put up on Twitter, can you not? Is it a secret? So this is from sofascore.com, and this is what the table looks like now. It's Mill's first win in a long time. They didn't really have a win in pre-season. They did win a game against Kinetic Academy. That was their first game coming back, but it was behind closed doors, and it was this. It's not really. It's not like a team. A pro or semi-pro team. It's just like an academy. But you can see they lost to Luton and they lost to Maidstone. They drew at Welling. They did well to draw because they were 2-0 down. I went to that game. And then you can see they've lost the first 3 games of the season. And they finally won against Huddersfield Town, who are now, below them. 5 games, 5 defeats. It's rough out there. So now, scheduled to go to Sheffield United, who are top of the table. I was quite surprised by the team. I'll see if I can get it up here, because they didn't have it in the thing. See if they do it here. Do they have the lineup? No, they don't have the lineup. Well, that's great. So, I'll give you the lineup audibly. I'm going to have to bring up my tablet, because I did share it on the YouTube, on the Daily Mill. So this is the team. Now I'm surprised they put this team out, because it's a very young team. So the team was Lindner in goal, Beaumont, Sacha Vieira, Mazu Sakho, Friedman, Mansour, Howland, Bangor Williams playing in the middle of the pitch, Frankie Baker, Matthews and Ballo. Yeah, Ballo. So that guy, the one, Turno Ballo, the guy that we played, they brought in from Austria. So he's probably like the most fully developed player in the team. And obviously you got Bangor Williams there, who's pretty good as well. I mean, why not? So it's a very young team. I thought they would have put out a stronger team. The subs were Nidicum, the goalkeeper, Benicio Baker, Whitby, Celestine Charles and Payton. And I'm pretty sure Baker came on, Whitby came on, and Celestine Charles came on. I don't think Payton came on. Obviously the goalkeeper didn't come on. So we'll see if... what kind of team they put out for Sheffield United, the game. I don't know. That's away as well? So that's... No, I think they'll be putting out a weak team for that, because that's the same day as a Palace game. So I imagine that'll be a very weak team, so expect a defeat on that. Don't know what price the bookies they will have on that, but I would lump on Sheffield. But do bet responsibly if you are going to bet. But yeah, that's going to be a rough one. So, now, talking of under 21s, Scotland under 21s played today, lost 2-0 at Motherwell, Fir Park, against Portugal. I watched chunks of this game. I watched most of the game until Danny Kelly went off, because Danny Kelly started the game. He played in the middle. He didn't play there on the left. He played in the middle, and he went off in the 56 minutes. So literally, as soon as they scored and made it 2-0, they took Kelly and another guy off. So I'll do wonder if that was pre-programmed. It's like, because I don't think most of these other players are actually playing first team football. Obviously, for Kelly's on our bench all the time. He came on the other day. So I think maybe they were told, like, if you can take him off. So like, they're 2-0 down. The chances of them coming back, yeah, I think they just decided, look, we're 2-0 down. Let's try not make it 3-0 or worse. And it ended up one of their players got sent off. Obviously, I wasn't watching this point, because as soon as Kelly came off, that was me done. So yeah. So 2-0 defeat. Another 2-0 defeat. Kelly played well at times. I think they're just a little bit disjointed. They're not really connecting with the passing and stuff like that. But was that him? The number 7, Mbudi. He looked pretty good. I don't know, who does he play for? Does he play for? Oh, he plays for Westerlo. Okay, cool. Yeah, he looked pretty good. He was their main threat. If you want to see the game, it's still up. It was shown live, but the live stream is still up as a video that you can watch. And this is Kelly. You can see him. They're running off before they take the kick off again. So they made the changes straight away. Like I said, I don't know if it's pre-planned or they were going to do it in like the 60th minute. I thought, fuck it, let's just do it now. Once the goal went in, that was it. So let's cut our losses and just ease out with a 2-0 defeat. And that's on YouTube. And also this morning, I watched a tiny bit of this 8 o'clock kickoff, British summertime on FIFA Plus. This is from sofascore.com as well. Max Crocombe. New Zealand lost. They lost 3-1. And yeah, bit of a rough time. Crocombe made, from what I can see from the highlights, which are again here, if you go to Football Australia on YouTube, you can see the highlights. This tells you what kind of game it was. The highlights start on the 32nd minute, so what the hell were they doing for the first 30 minutes of the game? God only knows, but the highlights start, the 3 minutes and 23 seconds of highlights start in the 32nd minute. And, Crocombe made one decent save, but the defenders in front of him, they were getting turned left and right and centre all game. Bit of a shambles, really. F. Sherman and Tyler Bindon. Doesn't Tyler Bindon play in this country? Yeah, they weren't very good. He plays for Leicester, doesn't he? I don't know. I remember the name. I think they signed him. Okay, can we... Sheffield United, yeah, that's it. Yeah, he wasn't very good. So there's no surprise they're bottom of the table, Sheffield United. Yeah, got a rating of 6.4, he did. If we click on that, and then click on that, got a rating of 6.4. He made 3 saves, 2 from inside the box, but one of the goals went through his legs, and one of the goals you think, could he have done better with that? I don't know, and the free kick, he went for it, missed it, hit the crossbar, went underside crossbar, went down and didn't go in. Got away with that one, didn't go in. And they also scored a goal that got disallowed for some reason, Australia. So Again, they would have scored 4. It would have been 4-1, but Max Crocombe got away with just the 3 goals. So very impressed with Izzo, the Australian goalkeeper. He's 30 years old, and these 2 games were his first 2 games for Australia. I don't know if he's been the number 2 or the number 3 or whatever, but he made his debut for Australia in the previous game, a couple of days ago. That was his debut as a 30-year-old. Giving vibes of David Ford. He was outstanding. He was really good. There you go. New Zealand and Max Crocombe come away with another defeat. And they lose. This is 2-legged, so they lost in total 4-1 overall on aggregate. And I believe that's it for the internationals now. So we can fully concentrate on going to Charlton on Saturday morning, which should be fun. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.